Maybe we should stop eating.
Why?
Because we're recording.
Oh, no.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Picture it, pink pants and a floral shirt.
Shall we begin?
Last couple of days have been just like... When I tell you I didn't do nothing yesterday, I watched Netflix all day. Did you watch Trial 4?
I don't know what that is.
It's about Eric... What's his name? No, his name is Sean Ellis. This guy
Sean
that was accused.
Ellis.
He was accused of killing a cop in... I can't lie, I don't remember the state.
Oh, okay.
He went to jail. He was in jail for 20 some odd years. Got out, and they were going to try him again. He got out on bail, I guess, and they were going to try him again, but then it
For the same crime?
Yeah.
Ain't that double jeopardy?
Well, no. I can't remember how I guess he was going for a new trial. He had gone through 3 different ones and lost. And yeah. Eventually, they said that he was good to go, but they said that it was because they didn't have enough evidence, not because he didn't do it. And he's like, I didn't do it. So it was just crazy.
He was black, wasn't he?
Of course. But it was so good. It was so intense. And then I watched Songs of Fire or Voices of Fire or some shit.
I've seen like that in a hashtag.
It's Pharrell's uncle.
Okay. Oh.
They did a choir. And it was okay. It was just okay. But I watched it. Pharrell is very attractive. Not very attractive, but he's attractive. Yeah. Something about him is attractive. It's not that I think he's fine. Because a lot of people, oh my God, Pharrell's so funny. I don't think he's fine. But I was like looking at him. I was like, okay, he's nice. I think it's his whole look that makes him for me. Because he's not fine. Like he has a small face.
He's looked the same. All these
But
years.
he's got a small face to me. Like his facial, like it just, like you look at him and you don't, like when I look at Lance Gross, I'd be like, Lance Gross is fine.
When you see Pharrell.
Pharrell is just, he's nice looking. But I think everything combined, like his whole aura, just watching him interact, I was like, okay, that's what I'm attracted to. But I realized he wasn't fine.
Okay. I'll go with that.
He's got an aura. Aura.
You ready to bring us in?
Oh, we've been on this whole time? I really thought that we weren't.
Nothing changes.
Hold on. No, I really thought that it was going to be different today.
I don't know why either. Oh my God.
Good morning.
Good morning, friend.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm amazing. Absolutely amazing. Welcome to another episode of ALilRandRPodcast.
I'm your boy Ramont.
And why are we so like...
I know we real mellow.
Right. Like it's not even on 10.
All right, let's sit back. We sorry, guys. We were trying to do something different, but it's throwing off our whole vibe. Like, we're giving you, like, finger snaps.
Right. And crackers and
welcome
cheese.
to the lounge tonight.
Right.
Bring it to the stage.
Reese. With a holiday cocktail. I made this.
You did make that, friend.
So happy... Well, I guess it's over. But I hope that everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. We're on the back end of that. So we hope that everyone had an amazing Thanksgiving, that you had someone that you love and care about to spend it with. And if you didn't...
You Zoomed them. You did some type of video chat with them or something like that.
Yeah, something virtual.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hope that you ate well. We did.
Yeah.
We spent some of our Thanksgiving together. Ramont has family in the local area, so he spent some of his time with his family.
I did.
And then he came and hung out with us. So we thank him for coming to hang out with us. And we thank his family for letting him.
Let me go.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I think that Thanksgiving is one of those. That's my favorite family holiday.
Christmas for me.
Really? I am not a big fan of Christmas.
Why?
I feel like it's wrapped up in, oh, what'd you get me? And it's a gifting. I think that Thanksgiving is more thoughtful and thankful.
I guess for me, it's a little, when you think of the individual household, yes, it's a more what did you get me, but when family comes over and everything like that, it's then what did you get, and you're interested in what everyone else got, or play with the kids and their toys and trying to find batteries and screwdrivers. It's more so like now that I'm older, it's more so the children to see what they got and what they're playing with.
Yeah.
and the girls versus the boys is always hilarious.
But you're into electronics and things like that, so I can see you having a good time.
I'm not into kids' electronics.
Oh.
They make noise.
What do you mean?
Toys make noise.
I'm talking about like the older, I guess, the iPads and the...
Oh, absolutely. As an adult, absolutely, because you can afford it. But don't buy no child no iPad. That's an investment.
Yeah.
You give a child like your old iPad.
I stopped buying my nieces and nephews gifts years ago. Because they were, they proved to be unappreciative one year, and I deaded it. Done. Nothing else from Uncle Reese won't happen.
And that's the gamble that you take with children. Children are unapologetically, like, just rude.
They're honest, and I can appreciate it.
And you, as an adult, get your little feelings hurt.
I wasn't. They gambled and lost. Forever. Like, this was years ago. I was living in Washington State at the time, so that was how long ago.
What was the issue?
So that particular year, I decided that, kind of like you said, with toys, they make a lot of noise and things like that. So I said, let me get them something useful. I'll get them all clothes, but cute clothes. Like, I'm the cool uncle. I know what's in, what's out in my head. I bought for, 5 of them? I'll say, because it was, like 5 of them. And 2 or 3 out of the 5 was like, one said, "What else did you get me?" And one said, "I don't want this." I said, and from here on out, y'all ain't got to worry about nothing else from Uncle Reese. Promise. And since then, I have not bought a Christmas gift for not nan one of them children. They're damn near grown.
Have they asked why?
No.
Did you ever tell them?
I told them then, and I think the next year I was still there, and I said, I'm not buying y'all nothing. Y'all are unappreciative. And it's not even the children's fault, it's their parents. I think that it's the parents that should. We had a talk with my mother. Like, you get something, you say thank you. You know what I mean? We had those conversations. When it was birthday time, you don't say, I don't want this, or I already got one of these. You say thank you. Mm-hmm. These little kids was just like...
And you discuss it with your mama later.
Later. They was like, whoop, whoop. I said, well, you done fucked it up for the whole family because ain't nobody getting nothing. So I don't even do Christmas at all.
They said, what else did you
What else did you give me? And I don't want this. Give it back. And I took it back. Took it back to the...
Really?
Done. I said, wow.
You didn't cuss out that parent?
No. I mean, I said it in front of everyone. Like, we were at my mother's house. And so it wasn't I didn't want it to be a secret.
Right.
So I said it in front of everybody. Everyone was like, well... I mean, what they gonna do? You gonna buy my child a gift? No. Mm-hmm. I mean, and then at the same time, I think that, there's not an Uncle's Day. Not that I need anything, but recognize the fact that, I step in when I'm needed or when somebody... That it's never a, thanks, Uncle Reese.
How old were they at this time?
They were young. They're older now and the same shit. Love them to death. Just don't ask me for nothing for Christmas. Birthdays, I tell them, I said, if you reach out and let me know, because I don't remember. I don't have a good memory with birthdays. So if you let me know, I will hook it up. But other than that,
Well, damn. I am an uncle now, but I don't have to buy a gift. I'm fine.
How do you not?
Because I'm not close.
Oh, well, that part.
I mean, I think baby girl maybe 2.
Oh, she's a baby. Mm-hmm. She ain't gonna remember nothing from now anyway.
I only met her once.
Oh. Moving right along.
So, I told Reese before we got started, I don't think I have any updates as far as what's going on in the world. Reese looked all shocked. Let me see if I can just pull something together. Ooh, the Biden team has officially started their transition of power, so that's a good thing. And we'll watch that and see who his cabinet members are, what he's going to do. Information that I found out for the coronavirus about the vaccine is that one of the makers is pushing for the emergency, going through the FDA to try to get it approved on an emergency basis.
Get the vaccine of it, like
get it approved, but that's going to be we probably won't hear anything until maybe the second week of December. Mm-hmm. The CDC is meeting next week. I don't know specifically what day, as far as who can get it first. That's what they're meeting on, like, as far as, like, who should be able to get it first. So some good news there as far as that vaccine is concerned, with the preliminary basis as far as getting it approved and determining who can get it first. And then, of course, it'll probably get rolled out to the states, who should also be meeting as far as who they're going to distribute it to first in accordance to CDC and everything like that. And so that's...
Are they making it mandatory?
It's probably going to... And then it'll probably follow the guidelines for, like, the flu vaccine.
Because that's not mandatory, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
highly encouraged.
Initially, it's probably going to be mandatory. But as time goes on, like, I'm sure the flu shot was probably mandatory when it first came out because of how many people died from the flu.
So, are you interested in taking
I have no other choice.
Because of what you... Okay,
yeah, because of what I do for work.
Gotcha.
I have no other choice. So, but even people in my profession, they be like, I mean, low-key, I'm side-nodding it as well, as far as like, bitch. I mean, we're now living in a day and an age when a vaccine has to come out for an illness. You know what I mean? Like, growing up, I mean, I didn't get a shot for chickenpox. I just caught the chickenpox with everybody else, with my cousins at my grandmother's house. Right. We all caught it at one time. Now we're good. But now we got to worry about shingles when we get older because we had chickenpox. Child, a mess. But like, what stuff like, is it rubella? But the measles, like all the vaccines we got when we were a child. In order to go to school, you had to get all these shots and everything like that before you could, go to school. But it's like this stuff was already out there, and we're now living in a day and age where this is what happens, like how vaccines come into play and what happens. But in my opinion, because of how it's been politicized, it makes you side eye of the vaccine. That's the only thing. Had we lived or under a different president, it would probably be, okay, the scientists are handling it, the vaccine has come out, it's gone through its clinical trials and X, Y, and Z, and we all should be fine. But like, he's now even saying, oh, if the vaccine comes out, that's not Biden's victory, that's mine, I'm the one that pushed for it. And it's just like, girl, wow. Like, why is it about you? Like, what about us? Like,
it's always been, and that's a whole nother conversation.
Let's see. To all our listeners in Georgia, your Senate Georgia runoff is coming up, I believe, the 5th of December. I know early voting probably starts like December 5th, but I know it goes into like sometime in like January the 5th when we'll like that in-person voting. So definitely request your absentee ballots if you have not done so already. Please do not wait until the last minute, and register if you're able to. And definitely get out and vote. We need these 2 Senate seats, because if we get those 2 Senate seats, if they get a tie in the Senate, our Vice President-elect Kamala Harris get to be the deciding vote. What, friend?
Are you done?
Oh
no, I'm asking because I know that you. So what
I think that's all I have for the people today. I think that's all that's happened in the news.
So what I'm finding out is that, because as we told you, that this podcast is very, I don't know, we didn't set to be so different, but I think that our dynamic is just different. But what I find interesting is that when we were talking about updates, I was talking about personal shit, and you didn't.
I ain't got no personal update.
No, but I'm just saying.
I never do.
But no, we used to, and now it's transitioned. It's ever since this election, that is all you talk about.
The people got to be informed.
And I'm not mad at it, but my friend, I said, so he was like, I don't have nothing up there. I was like, oh, okay, I got some shit going on, but okay, if you don't have anything. And then he said, this is what I got going on. I'm like, friend, that is...
This is what's going on.
This is what's going on in the world. What's going on in Ramont's world, I guess we'll never know. We'll just continue.
I'm almost done with my first semester of school.
Nobody knew you were in school because you never mentioned it from the beginning. But congratulations. OMG. Okay.
What's going on with you, Fred?
So what is going on? Not a whole lot, to be honest. As you guys all know, I've talked about it. I did the web series Addicted to You. That's out. All episodes are out on YouTube right now. And I'm about to jump into, what is this, November? So December, I'm jumping into a new project. I don't know if it doesn't have an official name yet. So
okay,
once it has an official name and a date that it's going to come out, I'll talk more on that. But it's very different for me. So I'm actually looking forward to it. I'm kind of excited about it because it's very different. It's a different character type situation. So very different from anything that I've done before and very different from me personally. So kind of excited about that.
And make sure y'all look up Michael Reese and all of his acting abilities for all his past work and what he's done. My friend, he be giving you characters. Let me tell you.
I think
my friend give you characters.
I think that I think that in my personal, like in regular life, I feel like I be in my head and I have different, like not different personalities. That sounds so crazy. But yeah, I do have, I feel like, yeah, an array of shit stored up. So then the acting allows me to let it out. But like I said, this is very different. But I'm excited. So
who are your inspirational actors, like people that you look up to or may have studied or anything like that?
I've never really studied anyone, but I really enjoy there's certain times that I've seen Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon isn't, I would never say that he was like, oh my God, he's so amazing, but when you see him in his roles, he's in his roles. You know what I'm saying? I love Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett kills everything. So sometimes when I watch people, I'm looking at how I see them in real life and how they play these characters and what I've learned. Because I've gone to classes and things, but I'm not trained, air quotes. But
true.
Yeah, so I've learned that, like, this character, I can give you guys the premise. He is a very earthy, like glides through life. Like he's very just like, oh my God, I love everything, and everything is. He's into the
like a tree hugger.
Yeah,
no
he's
offense.
very
no offense. Anymore.
Yeah, none at all. But he's just very different, very light on his toes, and he's not a very aggressive person at all. Very calm, just very chill.
So are you giving like boho chic?
Very,
like
very that.
Oh,
very that.
Cute.
It's very different. And so this is the first time that I think that I'm doing someone that's so far removed from who I am. Like in my head, when I'm by myself, I'm probably very mellow and very chill. But that's when I'm by myself. When I'm with my friends, I am
animated.
Yeah, I like that. So yeah, this will be fun. So yeah, yeah. So that's all I got. I think that's all I got going on. Work is work. You know, this pandemic is still what it is. It's getting worse again. Unfortunately.
All because y'all wanted to go out in the summer, go to hookah lounges, go to clubs and shit, pool parties, and now we locked down for the winter, girl. And y'all know, like, them heat bills be high. The fuck?
Okay, and if you ain't got nobody to keep you warm, it's that much higher.
Y'all should have, like, I don't know.
Sat down so that we could roam. I mean,
right, everything was free then. They were giving y'all extensions then.
But now, so yeah, work has been the same. Like, it's very, like, actually they're kind of pushing us to not come in.
Oh, that's good.
Much, so that's a good thing.
Well, you're lucky.
Kinda, because working from home sometimes
it's boring. Well, it was boring. I like to interact, so it was boring for me. But in my field, people come. It's the worst. It's questions. It is. They have. Oh my God! It is. It's just so interesting. It's weird to watch people and how they interact with certain things because of the virus, but it doesn't make sense. So I use it. I laugh at the shit because, you know, like I have a weird sense of humor, but like we have a section for like clean and dirty, like when it comes to like pens. Okay, so let's we'll use pens as an example. So we have clean pens and we have dirty pens. So you'll know if someone touched the clean pen, someone touched the dirty pens. So it's interesting to see a person easily grab something from the clean pen, do what they need to do, and then like to put it where the dirty pens are, they're just like, like,
oh gosh,
like they're like, put it in there. Oh, that's dirty. Ooh, right. But when you think about it in your same mind, like, you know, the same people that put their pen in the dirty pile came by and grabbed a clean.
They
pen.
had to right.
So it's just so interesting. It's just like, and I try, and sometimes like before I even like give them a pen or whatever like that, I'll be like, I feel like it is like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Jeopardy. It is the hardest question to ask them. I'll be like, do you have a pen of your own, or would you like one? A pen. What are you saying? A pen? Yeah, a pen. Like, and I got a drawer with my hand. Like, do you have a pen? And some people just like, I wasn't told that I needed to bring one. Like, do you have one or not? Do you have one or not?
Right.
And I'm just like, here, take it.
Right.
Oh, a pen. Like, what the fuck did you think I was saying? Like,
it's gotten people a little
like know. It's a fucking pen, and I'm like, I just try to give people the opportunity to use their own pen because some people are just funny like
right.
That. And they were just like, oh, I didn't know. Like, oh, go.
See, when we're at work, we don't deal with customers necessarily. It's more internal. Like the people that are working that particular day. And for me, when I'm in, it hasn't been bad. But then every now and again, there's that one person that wants to either be all up in your space, talking. Like I don't know what you do. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm not super, like, I'm not like anti, like the pandemic is real to me. But I'm not overly like, oh my God, I need gloves and I need to have masks, I need this and I need that.
I feel like if you're going to do all that, stay home.
Exactly.
Please stay home.
Exactly.
Please.
But there's some people that, like, there's this one guy, he just wants to hover. I'm like, sir, and it's not even about pandemic. Just back
the
up.
Older people, they don't. This is like their hearing, their sight, and just them in general, like. They just be in your face, and half the time I'd be like, I ain't even gonna say nothing because they older. Like, I just let it go. But I just be like, well, damn, did you have to bum rush me like this? Please, or if we're exchanging, like if they pass me something and I pass it back to them, they'll like wipe it down or put hand sanitizer. I'm like, the fuck? Like, I ain't do all that when you passed it to me. Like, ma'am, you ain't gotta do all that when I pass it back. Don't do that. Don't do that. Fucking rude. You wait till you get out of my line of sight and you wipe down your shit. Don't wipe it down in front of me.
Like, I got it, bitch.
Right, like, I got it, bitch. That's your stuff. That came out of your mouth. I seen this woman, her cell phone was in a plastic bag. So this didn't make sense to me because it's in a plastic bag and you're putting it into your face to talk to whomever you were talking to on the phone.
Through the plastic?
Through the plastic bag. Okay. But it's also like, well, how many times has your hand had to touch that plastic bag after you've touched something else? You know what I mean? So a lot of things don't make sense, but I just use it as humor.
People are trying to be cautious, but realizing that some of the shit that they do and it's just not.
Please wash your hands. Hand sanitize as frequently as you can.
Wear a fucking mask.
And like people that wear the gloves, I don't get because how often are you changing these gloves?
Right.
Like it's like don't.
So one thing I do is when I
do.
Right. I caught it, but I was gonna let it go. Thanks. One thing that I do is when I get in my car, like if I go, like the other day I went to the thrift shop. Because I was looking for something. And when I came back into my car, I hand sanitized and then I wiped my steering wheel down. I do that pretty often. But like you said, with the gloves thing, I was like, okay, what would be the difference with the gloves? I would have to change out gloves 50,000 times. I was like, I'm not doing that.
That's a lot.
So yeah, I was like, no, thank you. But yeah, the pandemic is real. I think that what bothers me is the people that are walking around with no masks, or when they come into the store, they're lifting up their t-shirt and put it over their face. Like, sir, ma'am, that is not it. You need a mask. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? And those are the people that are not taking it seriously and probably are the carriers and passing that shit around. Just my opinion. So wear a mask. Yes. Be cautious.
All right. We ain't gonna bore y'all too much.
We are not boring.
With our personal rants and shit.
We are not boring.
We're gonna get into our topic. We're gonna start it by saying it's just Reese and I today, so y'all don't have to worry.
They like when we have people, but then
people don't want to come back.
They be like, wait a minute, is that how we gonna get carried? No, so it's just us.
It's just us. In light of the holiday spirit,
tis the season.
Tis the season to all the quarantine couples. It's time to bring that man or that woman home to the family. So, how do you introduce? Do you do it at all? That's what we're gonna talk about today. And of course, as you know, Reese and I, two different point of views.
I mean, we do this one. We definitely I feel like I always understand
absolutely
where everybody else is coming from, but I stand firm in what I feel. Ramont is the one that is right, and there's no other answer.
Whatever. That is not true.
Ramont is like, this is law.
No, I speak with authority, and there's power
and aggression.
And aggression. There's power in what I say. So you feel as if I'm
not just me.
No, whomever feel as if what I'm saying is like how I speak. You would think like I don't value anyone else's opinion, and what I say is it, and that's not it. No, that's not the case. It's just how I speak. If I'm passionate about my opinion and it's not my fault, I speak strong and like the fuck. Anywho, moving on. Let's start off with at least the basic question. Have you ever taken anyone home to meet your family?
Are you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you. They can't answer back. They probably answered in their car.
Have I ever taken someone home for the purpose of meeting my family? No.
Oh, God.
Now have somebody
Here we go. Words matter.
Words matter. Now have I taken someone home with me? Yes. So
you haven't taken one home with the specific reason of meeting the family. However, if you've gone home and they are with you, they just happen to meet the family that day.
Right.
Child.
Exactly.
So,
even for the holidays.
So different. Even for the holidays. So it doesn't matter when it has happened for you. That does not need to be a specific moment because do you?
I don't think that there's anything wrong with it, but for me personally, I don't think that it's necessary. I don't think that I need to go home and say, "Hey, this is my boyfriend, Ramont." I don't think that I need to do that. I don't need to go home, but I would rather go home and be like, "Hey, this is Ramont. This is my mother. This is my sister. These are my family." And
prior to, have you already discussed with family members? We'll use our moms. Have you already discussed with your mom that you and so and so are coming home? Okay.
So yes, I have had conversation. So the times that my mother has met someone that I was dating, she didn't necessarily know that I was dating them. Like it wasn't a conversation that we had. It was just like, okay, this is who it is. There was the very first guy that she ever met. She asked me, like he came over and he just came over. We were just together and then they met. Mm-hmm. And so she was like, "So how long y'all been hanging out?" And I was just like, "Girl, what? Like what?" And so then it just went from there. But what did y'all meet? And I was just like, "What is this?" And so it was awkward because I was just like, she and I hadn't had that conversation, so it was kind of weird. But after that, no.
Okay. From a homosexual and a heterosexual standpoint of view, and you look at like when the family comes through the door, if it's a heterosexual couple, it'd be, "Hey y'all, this is my boyfriend and girlfriend, so and so." They do the whole,
"This is my boo"
presentation.
Right.
You as a gay man, y'all just walk through the door. "Hey y'all,
that's what I'm doing.
This so and so."
Yeah.
You just basically look behind you. This so and so.
I mean, yeah. I don't see the need. I don't see that.
I mean, I've never said this is my boyfriend type of situation, but I stand at the door and I introduce them.
Introduce them as what?
I just say their name.
Right. So we're on the same page. Episode over. We agreed today. No, I get it, and I think I'm the same way.
Do you make that plate?
No.
See, I make the plate.
So I think that I would the first time. I haven't ever, though. I haven't ever. No. But I have been in situations, and I think we've kind of discussed this before. I've been in situations where I was dating someone, and that was a problem, and we stopped talking because of that. But because of that specifically.
Because you didn't fix their plate.
No. Because when he asked me what it would look like meeting my family, and I said it would be, you would meet my family. You would be, this is whatever his name was. And he was like, you would introduce me as your boyfriend? I said, no. What if we were married? If we were married, I'm thinking that they would know that we were married, so it wouldn't necessarily need to be an introduction.
Yeah,
to my husband.
The family would have been to the wedding.
Yeah, and if they didn't, they would have at least.
What if you were engaged?
No, I don't know. I am just not. So the thing is, I am not that person that feels the need to do all of that. Like, it's just not that. I don't know. I don't feel like I need to do it, and I don't feel like it needs to be done for me. Like, I don't need to go meet someone's family and they be like, "Oh my God, this is Reese, my boyfriend." Like, can I just be Reese?
No.
Why?
You're my boyfriend.
Okay, that's fine. If that works for you, that works for you. For me, you're going to come meet my mother and you're going to meet her as who you are. Now, there may be conversations. She may be aware of who you are to me, but it's not, I don't think it's necessary.
Do you think it's even necessary to take someone home to meet your family? Or how long would we have to be together before I take you home?
Now, I feel like there should be some time. Because I feel like, meet my family. Mm-hmm. I don't even want you to meet my friends too soon. So it's going to be a good year. Well, I would say a year before you meet my family. Because I just feel like it's just, it's not, a few months ain't going to be enough for me to establish. Huh?
This is cute. 3 months. I mean, but I guess it all depends on when you guys started dating. So
and the intensity of that dating, because I think that it's
right.
different.
Like if we met in August, and things would still be going fairly smooth come November, December, maybe.
Should be.
And if they're like, "Oh, what are you doing? I'm going to my parents." Like it all depends. Like we may go separate ways. Like I'm gonna go to my parents' house. You gonna go to your parents' house. I'll see you later.
Right.
Type of situation, or. Depends on where their family is, or you can
agree.
go with me. Like
I agree. I would never. I've invited, and again, I've had guys that I was dating. Well, a guy that I dated come to my house, to my family's house for Thanksgiving and Christmas, but it was never a conversation about who he was. I don't think my mother really knew that we were dating until after the fact, and it wasn't for any other reason. It just never came up.
Has there ever been 2 separate guys with 2 separate holidays?
No. No. With Christmas and then Thanksgiving, or Thanksgiving and then Christmas. I
mean, I've seen it. Neither for me, but I've seen it happen.
Yeah,
before.
I mean that to me is too much. Like, I'm not exposing my family to
it's great
a bunch
dinner
of
conversation.
People. No, thank you. Not about me. I don't think.
I mean, we've done it about the other cousins. Like, what happened to the other one?
Exactly, and I don't want to be part of that conversation. No. And my mother would be like, "Don't be just bringing people." Just random to my house.
My aunt, the oldest, did that one. I want to say
did
last
what?
year. She asked about it.
Wait. She hold on. Your aunt asked you?
No.
Oh,
okay. She
okay.
She didn't ask me. She basically said it to my cousin.
About you?
Not about me specifically. She was just like, "Well, where is so and so?" So my granted, she's the oldest. She's the eldest.
Okay.
So granted, my cousins, they know.
Right.
They know the tea. They know what's going on.
Right.
So, when she leaned into my cousin, like, "So where's so and so?" They was like, "Shut up,
girl."
Right.
Ma'am, be quiet, please.
Shut up. Shut up. They not together no more. Like. And you can't be to her like, "Where you been? You ain't seen her on Facebook." Like she not there. So
right.
It's just like, But that's all. But you had to think that was the last that she saw.
Right.
Granted, it's been a good year.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been some time.
Right. But that's all that.
And that's why it's just a friend. So if you ask about them, I'm not feeling no way.
And they gonna, depending on your family, some of them gonna ask because not only is a friend, it depends on like, did they talk to the friend and this, that, and the third. So it all depends. Like if they had a good conversation during that time and then you show up with someone else, they're like, well, this ain't, I was waiting for my buddy to come back.
Right. True. Okay, so this is kind of a sidebar conversation. Do you think that it's okay for once a relationship is over for your ex to be in contact with your family and or friends?
As far as a boyfriend-girlfriend situation, no.
What do you mean boyfriend-girlfriend?
Like, if you're just my boyfriend. But if we were married, then that's a different story.
Oh, okay. So you're saying if you're just dating. Okay, yeah. Got you.
If we're just dating, then no, not unless, I mean...
I don't think so either. Like,
it would have to be years, traumatic experience type of situation, like something significant would have to happen during that dating time frame for you to be able to still come around my family and it be okay. But if we're just dating, you met on holidays, maybe a birthday here and there, but if nothing significant happened, and then it all depends on the breakup as well. Because if I can't stand your ass no more, you're definitely not coming around my family.
I don't care if we cool. When I'm done,
unless your family don't like you and your family call them, be like, "Hey, come over."
Right, but I feel like when I'm done, like family, I think it's okay to be cool. Like y'all can be cool and y'all can have y'all conversations, y'all can text, y'all can call or whatever y'all need to do on your own. But I should never show up and an ex is in my space. In my family space. I don't think that that's cool. I've seen that and I'm just like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. That's not, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I feel like somebody's trying to hold on. I don't know if it's family or the ex, but somebody needs to let go.
And we finna fight.
Yeah, because it's just not it. Because if I come, I'm gonna be like, why are you here? Mm-hmm. Like we can be cool, but why are you here? And it's not even about me having anybody else.
And we're gonna air this out.
Yeah, like why are you here? Because yeah, you got along with my whoever and y'all can be cool. If y'all want to,
but don't come to a family event.
Not mine.
Go to a hookah lounge.
You invite them, yeah. Right. So I just think that it's one of those subjects that I'm not. I think that when it's done, just you go your way, I go my way, type of thing. Like we don't need to be intertwined with the family. Like I feel like there's exes of mine that I
personally know I'm not going to come around your family.
Right.
So
I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, I probably
I won't come around your family.
I've never met anybody. Not that I've never met their family. I've met family, but I feel like it was never that significant for me.
Really?
I don't think, and I don't know why. I think that, yeah, I've been in relationships and I've met family, but it's never been like, oh my God, I really vibed with any one person in your family and we keep in contact and all of that. Like it's more or less like, okay, I met your mother, she was cool. And I talk, hey, how's your mom doing? She's good. Okay, cool. But it's never been like, oh my God, your mother was so amazing and let's keep in touch.
When we were talking about the why did I go back and that ex from that story, I knew his family. I spent holidays with them. Once it was over,
done. But did you guys talk at all? Like via phone? Like when you guys were together, I'm saying, like, were you?
Not unless it was needed.
Okay. Well, then and I think that's kind of how it should be. I don't know. I'm just not interested. I'm not interested in creating this. Not dating. Not my.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it's dating, no. But marriage is a little bit different. At that point, we're a blended family.
Yes. But when we stop the blending,
but it all depends on how long y'all were married.
I mean,
marriage is something complete. Like there are now children involved. Like there's a lot. Like that's their grandma. Like it's a whole lot.
Okay. I think that again.
Damn, friend, you cutting all ties.
I just don't.
You cutting.
I don't want it to be uncomfortable or messy for anybody, namely me. I think that it's okay to be selfish here and there, and I think that I can be cool, but I can't imagine talking to because me and my mother are close. I can't imagine talking to my mother and she'd be like, "Oh yeah, so and so called. Why? Why are you?" And so my next call is gonna be, "Why are you calling my mother? Mm-hmm. Don't call my mother. Don't do that. Like she's cool, but she's my mother. You know what I mean? Like now if it's I don't know.
But what if they had a it all depends on how long y'all were dating and if they had a relationship. If they had a relationship.
Okay. I mean,
like if you were dating a guy for 5 years.
Okay.
They've been around mom. They probably talked to your mom. They probably talked to their mom about you. Talk to your mom about you. Like they're just holiday time. They probably stood in the kitchen together. You sat in, you know what I mean? So it just
they bonded.
Right. They bonded. Mm-hmm. So granted, y'all split. Your mom probably said, "Yeah, that sounds like a reason why you would break up with Reese." You know what I mean?
Right.
She probably talked shit about you.
Yeah.
But
okay. And
that's
then,
what I'm just saying.
So you're saying that because
I'm not saying that it's okay, but I'm just saying if that bond was created during that time, they may still talk for a little bit. I'm not saying like your mom's going to be invited to their wedding if they get married.
I don't think I would be. I just don't think that it's. I don't know. I hear you, and I guess I can agree that may happen. I just don't think that
my family called me.
They called you about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean. To see which way you needed them to go, move. Yeah.
And my family stopped communicating because they felt uncomfortable. Because I didn't present it as an issue. Mm-hmm. I said it's y'all comfort level.
Right.
And they moved.
And that's fair. And I don't think that I would tell anyone not to, but I would just I just don't understand why. Like I can't see myself being so enamored with someone else's family that I would need to or feel the need to want to still be a part of once it was over. You know what I'm saying? I get and I'm not saying I say this, but I'm not saying it to sound any type of way. I think that my mother is one of those people that people are drawn to her, right? So people really like my mother. My mother's cool. I like her too. I just don't feel like if it's a done deal, be done. Like
it's a done deal for you.
Yeah. And you too, because we're not together anymore. So that means that you need to become one with your family or whoever and
they
leave my mom alone.
Are still one with their family.
That's great.
It's a difference.
It's not. I just leave my mom alone.
I mean, I get what you're saying. Like you know me. You can't touch old girl.
Yeah, I don't want it.
My mom's a little bit different.
I think that my mother would be as accessible as she was comfortable with. One.
Yeah, my mother would call me like, I don't understand why this child is calling me, commenting on my Facebook. I don't understand. Do they not know? Like,
y'all telling me two different stories,
right?
No, I think that my mother. So my mother is that type of person that she probably would communicate, but I think that if the conversation came back to me, then she would probably be like, okay, because if we're not together, then you probably don't need to be saying anything about me. Like, don't ask. Just keep it between y'all.
My mom's gonna take my side regardless.
Not my mom. But that's what I like about it, though. She's gonna ultimately stand on the side of Reese. But if I'm wrong, she's gonna say.
She'll say it to me, but she ain't gonna say it to them.
So I don't know. You know what? She ain't gonna be in the situation. Right. Whose side she gonna say? She gonna be like, well, I mean, if what they said is right. But I just don't see her. I don't know. But for that reason, you are just who you are.
When they come over, they just who they are.
Whoever you are. I don't feel the need to do this grand announcement of this is my coming through the door. No.
All couples 2 by 2.
Right. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And I just feel like it works for me. And I think that I don't understand.
Do you think I'm sorry, I cut you off. But do you think it's already understood? That's why it doesn't need explaining? Like, do your family just automatically assume this is their boyfriend?
I don't know. I've never thought about that. I hope not.
Because
I brought a lot of guys, like friends though, like just regular, friends.
They probably think you're a hoe.
Bro, if they only knew. I'm not.
You're a ho-ho. You're a ho-ho.
No, I don't know. You might be right.
That's probably why they don't ask.
You might be right.
And then you gay, so it's like a sensitive topic anyway. So it's just like...
I'm gay and we don't talk about it.
Right. So automatically, this is who's Reese is dating. This is his boyfriend.
You're probably right.
Damn.
So maybe I should be very clear.
This is my friend.
That's it. No air quotes.
Friend,
his little friend. No, it's just a wow.
Damn,
I never thought about that.
Really?
I've never thought about them just assuming that whoever is just who I might be dating. I've never thought about that.
Because if you were straight and you brought a girl home, they're just going to naturally assume this is your girlfriend. They're not going to think that you just found a friend chick to bring over. Not unless you grew up with her and this was your childhood friend.
Right?
Exactly.
Right.
But other than that, if it's a new and she would have came in, hey,
that is a moment.
Friend, you didn't know that?
I didn't think about that.
Why not?
I don't know.
See, that's why you need to start introducing people.
I just listen.
Show's over. Reese agrees with me.
I agree that maybe that is the way that people maybe
Naturally you would.
You know what? You're right. Because I think that if my sister brought somebody, I'd be like, okay, this is your little boyfriend. Because why else would you be bringing somebody on a holiday?
Absolutely.
But the work that I do.
But regardless of what you bring them to, it's going to be your boyfriend. It could be your niece's birthday party.
And because he's there.
Yep, that's your boyfriend. It can be Easter Sunday dinner. That's your boyfriend.
Well, not just a friend that wanted to eat.
Not a friend that just wanted to eat nothing. They're not going to assume anything else.
That is an epiphany for me. Because I honestly have never thought like, oh, yeah, they probably think that this is my guy. Mm-hmm. I just always was like, oh, they probably think it's my friend.
Nope.
So do you think that, so for you, because we all know that you're in a relationship, but prior to, right, do you feel like someone not introducing you as boyfriend or whatever, is that a deal breaker for you?
No.
Okay. Me either.
And like we didn't introduce each other as like this is my boyfriend or whatever the case may be, but family already knew who they were. Okay. So like you said, like mom would already know who this person is, this and the third. So it was just more so, we finally get to see you in person type of situation. You know,
because they're okay. Gotcha.
We've already talked to these people about you and everything like that. So yeah.
So how do you do that? Like, so how do you like? How did you bring up the conversation to your mother about D? Like, was it just, oh, I'm dating somebody new? Like, because I've never had that conversation. Yeah. I've had the conversation. I've talked about relationships that I've had, but usually it's after they're over. Mm-hmm. I've only talked about one while I was in it, and it was more or less like, it wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't too, it was very broad questions I would ask.
It's dating someone new, and day and the age of social media, they see pictures.
Okay. So. Okay. Makes sense.
And then, of course, it becomes, when do I get to meet him? Yeah, pipe down.
Let me like him first. Let me like him enough.
Right, pipe down.
Okay. Wow. I didn't think that maybe, I gotta call my mom now.
She already know you're a hoe.
She doesn't think that. Don't put that out there. Because I am not. I am very...
Think about all the men you done brought home.
Those were my friends. It's not gonna paint this picture.
Ask your sister. I'm sure she thought it.
I don't think that no. I'm not that type of person.
You don't have to be. I mean, girl, you don't have to be that type of person, but anytime you come through a door during a family event with someone else that you got to introduce to the whole room because everybody's in the living room by the door, or everybody, you got to take them to the cookout.
But I feel like...
And then you got to keep in mind, they're going to trail behind you, or they're going to sit in the corner and not talk to nobody. That's your man. And now y'all in the food line, and you like, you want some of this? You want some of this?
You better get your...
No, they right behind you. You want some of this?
I just texted my sister, do you ever think I was a hoe? Let's see what she says.
Oh, that's a bold question to ask.
I don't think that anybody ever thought that about me. She said, what?
See?
No.
She's lying.
No,
she's lying.
I don't think that she is. Lying. I don't. Well, when I think about it, I brought people home, but it was never like, it was not a lot of people once.
She's lying because she paused.
No, it was a what question mark.
Exactly, that was the pause.
Times 3, and then the no came immediately after.
That was the pause.
Stop. You just... What?
She paused.
I wish we could call, because I just feel like you are trying to make me look a certain way. I mean, thanks. Look, I say thanks. Good answer. Yeah, maybe, but that is a thing because I never thought about it. So that's interesting. They probably thought I was out here just racking them up, but I wasn't.
Everybody was a friend.
Everybody, majority of them were just friends. There was only two. One that she knew because she called it out, and the other one she didn't know, and everybody else was a friend. I don't think I introduced her to many other people that I dated because I just don't think it's not until it just wasn't significant enough, I guess. So yeah. Did you feel the need to be introduced as anything specific?
I never gave it a second thought. Like, this didn't come up until I talked to you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I never thought about it.
So do you just introduce your mother to not everybody, but like... So you are like, again, so you were just like, these are like all my boos. Boom, boom, boom.
Pretty much.
Okay. So your mother knew, well, not knew.
Right. We would have conversation, like she would know who the person is before they actually came around.
So do you think your mother thought you were a hoe?
No.
Why?
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like, how many people has she met?
I've never brought anyone around that I was not dating.
But, okay, so what was the time frame that they were introduced? Because I feel like you've dated a lot. Have you not?
Motherfucker.
I'm just saying.
What do you elaborate?
Like, okay, so I feel like you've had more than a handful of guys that you dated.
Sure.
I feel like, do we end now? Because I feel like you got an attitude.
I don't have an attitude.
But I mean, so how many people has she met? Let's ask that question.
3.
Okay, that's different. Because I feel like you've dated more than that. Obviously.
They don't count.
Okay, so we kind of have the same perspective on that. It has to be somebody significant.
And they didn't meet her. I think like anytime during holiday they went with their family. I probably went with mine. Never met her.
Okay. You're talking about the dates or the 3 significant ones? The 3 individuals that you're talking about have met your mother?
Yes.
Okay. And the others were just...
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Same difference. I thought you were just like, hey girl, this is so-and-so and this is so-and-so. And she's like, well, goddamn. Like, well, I know she wouldn't say that, but...
You the one introducing everybody as a friend, so...
They're just friends, though.
Mm-hmm.
What you mean? No. They are just friends. You know what? I feel away. Because I feel like you're trying it.
And you try me, but
no, I did.
You know, we're even. We're even, you know.
Are we going back down? This is the holiday season. 'Tis the season.
We just had
Friendsgiving.
We got to keep going through something in order to be friends anyway, so...
Okay.
You will wait to the end of the show to show your ass.
I just asked a question.
You're gonna leave these people on a cliffhanger to the next show to see if we won't be around.
Come back. This might be the last episode of. No, I was just asking a question.
I understand.
I was just asking a question.
She's only met 3. She's only met 3 people. Anyone else that I dated either went with their family. She didn't really meet.
Not putting you on the spot, and you don't have to answer it if you don't want to. Did your mother like everyone that she met?
For the most part.
So I can say that when I was young.
I mean, and she, after it ended, of course, she gives her spiel.
My mother, when I don't like that one for you.
Ooh,
she said that before, and I'm just like,
she has said it after.
No, and like after they met, I'd be like, oh, my mother's very, very that. That's even friends. She'd be like, oh.
And I guess it's because my mother is the type of like, okay, if that's my son, he's grown. If that's what he likes, I can't.
Right.
But after she'll tell me how she feel.
Yeah. I probably
and friends do that too. So now, damn it, I'm mad that this hit my mind at the end. A guy that you bring to a Friendsgiving.
Mm-hmm.
how would it? Are you following the same protocol? This is so and so, but are your friends automatically assuming that that's someone you're dating?
Me personally, we already know. Y'all would know if I was dating this person.
Because you don't bring nobody around.
Exactly. Y'all would know. Y'all would know that I was dating. If I was, you would. That sounds so bad, but it's the truth. You would know first.
I would
probably know. But yeah, so I made that mistake. I feel like with the one from Baltimore. Well, I don't want to say a mistake, but the one from Baltimore. Like I feel like I don't know if you were there, but we ended up going to breakfast one morning. And then they were gone. But it was...
was the breakfast that bad?
It wasn't. And everything was cool. It was just, I think that we got caught up in it. And then it was like, okay, this isn't going to work. And it was cool. Like, both of us walked away from it. Like, okay, this just isn't going to work. However, I felt like, damn, I didn't introduce you to my friends. So part of me felt like, you know what I mean? Because I just don't like bringing... You know me. I'm very particular. So... If we're dating, I'm dating you to get to know you and comfortable and see if this is going to work out and then bring you to my friends. So if I bring somebody to Friendsgiving, if it's someone that I'm dating, definitely one or two of you would definitely know if I was dating them. But other than that, it might just be a friend.
Okay.
Yeah, I almost invited a friend. He's just a friend. To friends because I didn't think he had anywhere to go. But he did. So It worked out. I like him, but I just don't see it like that. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't like bringing people around my friends.
So your protocol is the same through and through.
Because I feel like maybe I shouldn't say that. God don't want it to come out, so I'm gonna let it go.
Okay.
Well, boom. There's that.
This was good.
It was straight to the point. No chaser. No chaser.
That was the first time for us.
Right. Well, I feel like we dabbled around it a little bit, but whatever. Yeah. So yeah. Until
we're gonna make an episode. Do my mama think I'm a hoe? You'll be interested if we call them during that time frame. Because if my mom may say something sideways and I gotta hang up on her.
My mother is gonna say, "What? What do you mean?" We
gotta use Bible terms with them. Jezebel.
That would be it. Y'all, listen, stay tuned. There is going to be a time during this little R&R podcast that you are going to hear from the mothers. Like, I don't know how that's going to play out.
I'm scared.
I'm a little nervous because I think both of our mothers are they're very similar, meaning...
Child, they look alike.
Okay.
We're going to start there. They look just alike.
Right. So, starting there, and then they both of the Lord, but speak their mind. Like, no chaser. Your mother keeps telling us to not curse. I don't even put it out there to my mother because I don't even...
She needs to listen. My mother is a fan of the show, and I love it.
I do, too.
She's all caught up.
I just... My mouth. Like your mother, I feel like that's the feedback I would get from my mother. So I just be like,
She need to find out who her son is and how he thinks.
Okay, good night. We're going to go get out because we're going to act like my mother don't. My mother knows me.
You're different on the podcast. You are.
A little bit.
You are.
Well, I mean, it's
things I shared on the podcast my mom didn't know about.
Right. Because of the platform. You're right. So, yeah, maybe I don't want her to know that part of me yet. Mm-hmm. She can listen to the episode after she's on it. And then she can catch up. Love you, Mom. Both of them. So, yeah, this was a good one.
All right, friend. Yeah, so you guys stay safe. Happy holidays to everyone. We'll be back probably before Christmas. I got to look at the dates.
Definitely before Christmas. Yeah, before Christmas. We'll definitely be back before Christmas.
And we got some new stuff coming up.
Yes, so stay tuned. So yeah, continue to watch. Continue to watch. Continue to listen.
Continue to watch. Yeah,
watch us. No, that ain't the new that we got coming, y'all.
Damn sure ain't. I have not approved Reese's proposal of us being live and in color. So.
But let me tell y'all, I got a couple things approved for us. So. Because you remember we didn't have no intro, and now we got a little bit of an intro. You know what I'm saying? So just stay tuned. We got some good stuff coming. And happy holidays. Be safe. Wear your masks.
Absolutely.
And wash your hands.
And we're going to get out of this cold time with coronavirus, staying in and getting shut down, going back to phase 1 and so forth. We'll be out of this soon and back to normal.
Pray.
Ooh, when we go back to normal, we can have our live shows then.
We'll wait on it. Ooh. Because Ramont talking big money. What do they call it? Cash money shit. What he's thinking is we ain't going back to normal for a while. That's what he's thinking. So
whatever.
But we'll go live then. But we love you.
Love you.
We appreciate you. Bye.
Hey guys, it's your boy Ramont. I want to thank you again for listening to another episode of ALilRandRPodcast. Please make sure you like and subscribe to us. Also, follow us on IG at ALilRandRPodcast. That's ALilRandRPodcast. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please reach out to us via our Gmail at RamontandReese@gmail.com. Thanks so much.